the world go around in Marvel Snap. They are such a key part of the game. I'm going to be doing a few videos about variants in the near future. As a lot of you know, because I suspect it's how a lot of you found my channel in the first place, I do a daily series called Smash or Pass. It's now called Marvel Snap Smash or Pass, where I will snap a variant in the store if I want to buy it. I'll smash it if I would buy it if I had infinite money. And you know, sometimes I do sort of funnier days where I'm smashing for other reasons, and if you watch regularly, you'll probably have worked out what I mean by that. Or pass, where I'm just generally not interested in the variant. But something I've had requested so many times across different comments on my community posts and that kind of thing is a video talking about my favorite variants in the game. Well, here it is. Now, for today's video, I'm going to limit this to the variant that I own. There are some really cool variants in the game that I'm hoping appear in my variant store so that I can pick them up at some point. But for now, we're going to stick to the variants that I own. I've got this filtered to only show one variant for each card. And I was counting to see how many of the cards I actually have variants for versus how many I don't. And I definitely have a variant for over half of the cards in Marvel Snap. In fact, according to snap.fan, where you can see a whole bunch of your stats, including win rate and that kind of thing, I have 151 variants and 165 splits. So that's pretty cool. 186 cards, 151 variants. That doesn't mean that I only have 34 cards that don't have a variant, because there are some cards where I have multiple variants for. For example, Storm, where I have the base variant. I have Baby Storm, which I think I got in a box. I got Pixel Storm, which I bought in the store, I think. I've got Hero Storm, which was free for everyone. I got Savage Land Storm, which was in this month's season pass. And finally, most recently, I've got Nullified Storm. And that is going to be my number 5 favorite variant in the game. I literally only saw this variant for the first time yesterday. And I actually saw it twice yesterday because I saw it in my store and then I saw it in a match. Someone played it against me, and this looks incredible. I've not had it for long, and I'm not spending credits right now because I'm waiting for the Series 5 and Series 4 cards to drop down to Series 4 and Series 3 so I can do a big unboxing. But I think this is going to look spectacular in 3D. I really cannot wait to have that. I think that the nullified variants in general look really cool. I think I like them a little more than the venomized variants. There's just something about this that really works for me. The colors, the evil face expression, the laser beams coming out of the hands. It's really cool. This nullified storm is by, I apologize if I mispronounce the names, Iban Coelho and Jesus Arbatov. There are so many amazing variants in this game. It's really hard to narrow this down to 5. However, coming in at number 4 is going to have to be Max Greek Spider-Man. I really like Max Greek variants in general. I'm a big fan of his artwork. Those of you that watch my Marvel Snap Smash or Pass series will know that I'm personally not a big fan of Dan Hip. I want to just take this opportunity to put out there, I think he's incredibly talented. And I know that a lot of people really freaking love the Dan Hip variants. My own girlfriend included. Here's some of her favorites, and she thinks I'm insane for not liking them. But I think that's one of the great things about art, and especially like comic art and that kind of thing, is that we can all enjoy different things about them, and we can all have different preferences, and that's kind of what makes Marvel Snap so cool. But I love the Max Greek variants, and something about this really works for me. Look how the web is animated next to his left hand. His body's contorted, but it somehow still looks right and natural. The reflections on the suit, his hands going out of the frame. There's just something about this really works for me, and I kind of love Kabu for making Spider-Man more playable so I can actually use this. My third favorite variant in the game is this Iron Man by Gary Chu. Iron Man is just incredible. He is my favorite hero in the Marvel Universe, so I'm a little biased, but this artwork is stunning. The way his right hand is out of focus in the front and his back hand is in prime blasting position. The way the color gradients from red on his lower half up to the silver metal on the top. This is a true action pose for Iron Man, and I really love it. My second variant in the game is this Captain Marvel by, I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name, David Nakayama. And again, it's just the colors, the glow, and the background for me. Something about the purpley pink of the space behind her contrasted with the bright yellow in her hair and around her hands is just so nice. And again, the Captain Marvel suit in the red, it just looks beautiful. I think base Captain Marvel looks okay. There's something kind of a little bit ugly about her face, but this version is so nice. And I don't actually like the splits quite as much because we lose the color of the background, but I'm hoping that when I get the gold version of this card, it's going to look particularly amazing. Now, before I show you my favorite variant in the game, I'm going to go through some honorable mentions. I really like this Hobgoblin. I actually own a bunch of different Hobgoblins, but this one looks great, and it does look really great inkified too. Speaking of goblins, the Green Goblin. This is the first variant that I ever bought in the variant shop. This is the one that broke me. It just looks fantastic. I like the chibi variants in general, so the Hood, Angela, and Sarah are ones that I want to shout out. Sarah in particular looks great. Mysterio variants are really cool. I do prefer the one that's just his head really, really large, but unfortunately Mysterio variants are bugged in the game at the moment. I don't even know if it's a bug, but the variants themselves only appear on the board for like a second and then they get replaced with the base version. I really hope they change that. Professor X is one of the few 1200 variants that I've bought in the store. I just think this variant is very cool, as is this Juggernaut. Again, like, look how good the 3D looks on this card. How insane is that? This Adam Warlock is also spectacular. I really like the colors here, similar to the Captain Marvel ones, but they just don't quite pop in the same way as Captain Marvel does. And final honorable mention goes to Ironheart, which is looking particularly good with this red border, I've got to admit. I bought Ironheart in the store despite the fact I'd already split the base Ironheart this many times. I'm hoping when I do my first new Ironheart split, I get a good one straight away. Now, you've seen me skimming up and down my collection throughout this entire video. Now is your opportunity to pause the video and leave in the comments which variant do you think I'm going to say is my favorite. I haven't mentioned any Pixel ones yet. I do like Pixel variants. We're repping the Ultron, the Thanos, the Groot, Blue Marvel. All right, your time is up. My favorite variant in Marvel Snap is the Captain Marvel suit Goose variant by Simone Bufantino and Ryan Kinyard. Just look at this. I think there's something about the gold that really works on me. Apparently, I really like the Captain Marvel suit as well. But like when you compare this to the other variants, I mean, this one's fine. This one's kind of cute, but like I don't like the art style quite as much. This one sticks out so hard. It is beautiful. I love it. This is my favorite variant in Marvel Snap. There are so many awesome variants in Marvel Snap and so many awesome variants that I haven't yet collected. But what is your favorite variant in Marvel Snap? Let me know in the comments below. I know this video has been a little bit different, a little bit more chilled out. I've got some more big things in the pipeline, but I just wanted to release something to tide you over. I really hope you've enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget, I run a daily series called Smash or Pass, where I look at my shop and I decide whether I'm gonna snap it up, smash it, or pass it. And of course, a huge thanks to my Patreons, whose names are on screen now, with a special thanks to Nick Charles. These videos would not be possible without my Patreons. If you would like to support me, do consider joining them. We're still getting started here, and I'm still not really making any money through YouTube, so every single one means the world. Thanks for watching. More big stuff coming soon.